This is a weird situation. So I woke up this morning and I came across a post. There is a guy who has a boat on the ground in his garage and he doesn't have a price on the boat. Long story short, the guy said he purchased a house and the boat was just on the floor in the garage. It came with the house. I'm driving there right now. Could be a really cool situation. If I can get this thing for free, that would be awesome. Not trying to disrespect anybody here, but this boat is on the floor on literal concrete in a garage. It's got no trailer, no lift system, nothing. So I gotta make some huge arrangements to try and even get this thing home. But either way, this should be interesting. I thought it'd be fun to record it for you. So we're headed there right now. We're about 15 minutes away. And let's see if we can make a deal on this really random situation. So this is actually kind of crazy. So we went and looked at the boat and it was exactly what it was. A boat on the concrete in a garage. The more that I looked at it, the more I fell in love with the idea of getting this thing. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get a gauge on what I thought this thing was worth. I didn't want to be rude, but to me, it really wasn't worth much considering it was on the ground and we couldn't see what kind of damage was going on underneath. There was no key, so we couldn't see if the motor started. There was a battery hooked up, but no electronics working. This boat was about as dud gets, but it looked so cool. After chit-chatting, we found common ground because it turned out one of the guys ended up being really good friends with my cousin. So it's wild. I can't fake this stuff, guys. It happens so randomly. They asked me why I wanted the boat, and straight up, I told them I make YouTube videos and I just love tackling things like this. Needless to say, they loved the idea and they told me I could take the boat. That's just kind of what happened, straight up. So yeah, we got the boat, but now that leaves us one thing. How the heck do I get a fiberglass boat off the concrete of somebody's garage? So that's when I called up my buddy Mark. It just so happens that he's a marine mechanic and has access to just about everything you could imagine when it comes to boats. He gave his boss a phone call and he agreed to let us borrow a brand new dual axle trailer. We grabbed the trailer and grabbed as many bodies as we could. Unfortunately, I clicked record a little late, so this is about all you guys can see, but mission accomplished. We got the thing on the trailer and got it back to the warehouse. So after getting about 7 dudes to pick up a boat, put it on a trailer, and take one sketchy trip, I'm gonna show you guys an overview of the boat we just got. Who knows what kind of can of worms we're about to unravel, so let's go in there and check it out. This is a disclosed warehouse. Shout out to all the friends that allowed me to do this here. As you guys can see, there's a lot of boats, and honestly, if you guys are interested in one of these boats, let me know. I can put you in contact because my buddy Mark and the company that he works for is the biggest, baddest aluminum boat builder I've ever seen. Off to our left over here, we got the new addition to the Tightline TV family. We gotta come up with a name. I want you guys to leave a comment down below what you guys think we should name this thing. This is by far one of the wildest boats I've ever, I was gonna say purchased, but I've ever got my hands on, I guess. So what you guys are looking at is, I believe, a 1960s Sturry. If you guys know any info about this kind of stuff, let me know. Dima, what do you think? You think that's Sturry? Dima and I say it's a Sturry. This thing is just very unique. I liked it for what it is. It's one of those boats where I just picture you chugging along in the water with a big old American flag flying in the wind. But I don't know what kind of can of worms we're getting into. This thing might sink. I don't even know if it floats. It was literally on the concrete in somebody's garage. So don't know what we're getting into here, but let's hop up in it and show you guys what's on the inside. So hopping up into the cockpit, this thing's kind of an open floor plan. I like this space. I don't know how many people it holds. It doesn't really say. It doesn't have that Coast Guard sticker in here anywhere that I can see, but we have 4 really nice upholstered seats for what they are. They're white and they're back to back. You can have your buddy sit right here, or maybe a pretty lady, and then you can have your driver just whipping. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in an old school car. This steering wheel is super unique. The throttle's super unique. I love that everything feels original to the boat. I'm not sure if it actually is or not, but it looks like it. So if this thing actually runs and drives, this would just be mind-boggling because it'd be like just hanging out in an old school car. I love that about this boat. It doesn't have keys, so that's a problem in itself. We're gonna have to get a new ignition, but the steering wheel does in fact turn and work. We got a Hula Girl right there on the dashboard. Obviously you have some class if you got the Hula Girl. So these seats are really cool. Check this out. They actually fold open to where you can like lay out in the sun. You put them out like this.
Oh wow, that's sick.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? You can literally lay here and go for a nap. I think. I probably did it wrong, but look at that. Like I said, you know, maybe you want to get a tan, maybe you want to just get out and do something, just float around, you're chilling. Maybe we'll do a 24-hour challenge on this boat and sleep on it, huh? That'd be kind of sick. Let me know if you guys want to see that in the comments down below. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory. What's really cool is the floor doesn't seem rotted out or anything. There's definitely some things that need a good scrub and cleaning, but the floor is solid. No squishy fiberglass, which if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you'll know squishy fiberglass is not an uncommon thing for us here at Tightline TV. So fold this guy back up. There's storage underneath the seats. Looks like we got some life jackets, flares, things like that. So yeah. It's pretty cool, very unique. There's nothing really up in the bow other than storage, I think, there. And then in the back here, we have another door which just goes to our gas tank and our battery. Cool old school Johnson gas tank, gotta love that. And carpet just going in there. We even got a bimini top, which is what I think these things are called. Definitely, probably not original, but cool add-on, you know. Just a really unique boat. I'm pretty ecstatic to be diving into this with you guys. It's definitely different. So I know I'm going kind of fast. There's really not too much going on in the boat. Everything you guys see here is literally what it is, but there is one thing that I'm super excited about. And that thing is this 1960s 75 horsepower Evinrude. Now I know nothing about this motor. The cowling looks mint. It looks like this thing is brand spanking new. Whether it's original or was redone, repainted, I don't know. But this is something that I just absolutely love. Me personally, not a huge fan of Johnson or Evinrude. If you guys have been on the channel, you know I'm a pretty big Mercury guy, but old school stuff like this is just hard to beat. Even if this motor doesn't work, I'm definitely gonna put this thing on a dolly, throw it in the man cave. This reminds me of like an ornament you would see like in a restaurant or a man cave. Like even if it doesn't run, it just is cool to look at. You can't beat it. Now, can you guys believe the condition of this thing? I almost don't believe that this is original. It's almost too good to be true. In the next video of this boat, we're gonna actually dive into this motor first. We're gonna hook it up to a gas tank and see if it actually runs. Because if it does, bet your bottom dollar we're gonna be cruising around with it on this thing. But if it doesn't, it's probably just gonna go in the man cave and maybe we'll put something else on the back of this. But let me know what you guys think down below as well. Do you think this is original? Do you think somebody redid it and just made it look nice? I don't know. So that's the majority of the good things about the boat. We got it for free. It's in somewhat decent condition for the age, but now for the bad. What don't we know about the boat? Well, just about everything. Don't know if it floats. Don't know if the transom is completely rotted out. This motor has never had a transom saver, and when we transported it from the house we got it from, let me tell you, it's a little bit wobbly. It was pretty flexible, and there's screws coming out of the transom cap, or I guess the aluminum, whatever this is that covers the transom. They were sticking out, so I don't really know what to say about that. There's definitely some things like this over here that are not intact, and well, you guys let me know what you think. I'm not too ecstatic about this noise, but it sounds kind of soft. The transom is potentially shot on this thing. It might not be good at all, but even if it is, we're still gonna take it out on the water. I'll put a little tiller on the back. I mean, as long as we're not putting something big and heavy duty on the back, we should be okay. The thing, I hope, at least floats and we could putz around and just have some fun with the boat. You never know. It could be completely fine. I might not know what I'm talking about, but you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for videos where we actually check the transom. And then there's one more thing I wanna show you guys that's absolutely bizarre. So if you guys look down here, there is cables that are being used as your steering cables. I guess that's the only way to put it. Stay right there, Dima. I'm gonna turn the steering wheel and you guys are gonna see literally this is how the motor moves, is from those cables right there. Definitely a little bizarre. So we're gonna have to take a look at exactly what's going on there. I'm not sure if that's original. If I had to guess, it's probably not, but it definitely makes things interesting. So there you guys have it. We got a boat for free off of the ground on Facebook Marketplace. This is definitely one of the most unique things that I've ever done. I hope you guys are excited to see us kind of bring this thing back to life and put it out on the water. We're definitely gonna make a few videos on this thing. I can see us just cruising around, getting some reactions. I could see us maybe doing like a 24-hour challenge, staying overnight on those bench seats. There's a lot of opportunities to have fun and make cool content with this boat, and I hope you guys are excited to watch it. So we're gonna wrap things up here with this, but there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Come over here and look at this. I don't know if you guys are OGs here on the channel. When I bought the Bass Cat, I bought a Tidecraft with it. So the concept of the content I was making was to take two completely neglected bass boats and take them from nothing and turn them into something. This was one of the ones that I had, but I had to go work for Flair in Nebraska. Given that I did that, I could only take one boat with me, so I turned around and sold this Tidecraft to my buddy Mark. So this is kind of cool. It's like literally one of the boats that kind of got me to where I am here on the channel, but we never got to do anything with it. My good buddy has it, and he's actually in the process of restoring it, so hopefully in the future you guys can actually see this thing. Do you guys remember this boat? Maybe you're new here. I know it's been quite a while since I made those videos. If you guys remember this thing, I'm a little upset we never got to fully get it on the water. It was a very unique boat as well for like a bass boat build. So there you guys have it. We have a new boat build. It's not a bass boat. It's something different, but I think you guys are gonna be happy about it, so stay tuned. Literally, we're about to take it right now with a crane and lift it off of this trailer and put it on a new trailer that I bought because we borrowed this trailer from one of these boats that you guys see here. So that's gonna be interesting. If you guys wanna check that out, make sure you stay tuned. It's coming right after this. But my buddy's waiting for me with a tow motor right now, so we're gonna run over there, get that done. If you guys are new here, do me a favor, smash the subscribe button, and let's go move this boat onto a trailer.